So here we are, week 4. This one I've called Put Out into the Deep. And the reason is because this week we will really focus on what it means to take a deep breath. Now, a lot of the time, whenever someone says, take a deep breath, we tend to take it through our mouth, we make a lot of sound, and there's a lot of movement. And we really don't have to do any of that. If I were to take a deep breath right now, I am focusing on bringing the air through my nose, feeling the air go down deep, experiencing the expansion in the lower ribs, almost a lateral expansion and not a vertical movement. So I'm not going this way. What I'm actually feeling is this kind of movement in my lower torso, okay? And so breathing deep doesn't have to look loud, sound loud. It doesn't even have to include a lot of movement. You could be sitting still on a chair, listening to someone and taking a deep breath. Now you might wonder, why would I be wanting to take deeper breaths if I don't make any sort of visual, cue? And the reason is because there may be times when you do need to take that deep breath. When someone is saying something to you where you notice that your heart rate is kind of going a little high because what they're saying is making you angry, or you are feeling a little sleepy, or you're doing things that require for you to break the pattern. And you will notice that the more you're able to do this quietly, the lesser you're able to give away the fact that you're trying to break the pattern. And people who are watching you can just look at you as someone who's even-toned. Now, this can be very, very crucial for a parent, for teachers, for people who are responsible for younger ones who are constantly looking at how we react to certain situations and recognizing that our reactions do not have to be very loud, okay? So we're already going into the realm of becoming aware of not only how we breathe, but how we come across to others when we breathe, and also how we come across to others when we're taking a deep breath. So it will be very important at this stage to also talk about the placement of your tongue. So most of us, when we're born, and before we get the pacifier in our mouth, we actually have the placement of our tongue at the roof of our mouth. Over time, that goes away for different reasons, whether it's sucking our thumb, putting the pacifier in, or realizing when I'm running around as a child, it's a lot easier to breathe through the mouth and get more air in through the mouth. Why do I need to breathe in through the nose? So for this reason, a lot of us actually have our tongue resting at the bottom of our mouth, even when our mouths are closed. So for this step or this week, I would like you to become aware of where your tongue is placed. If you struggle to place it on the upper palate, just say the letter N, N for nightingale. And where the tongue rests at the top is where you need to have your tongue resting at all times when you're not talking, when you're essentially sitting in silence, or you're not doing anything strenuous that requires for you to breathe through the mouth, okay? So try it right now. Say the letter N and where the tongue rests, and again, you're not holding it there, you're just allowing your tongue to rest at the upper palate. And where it rests is pretty much where you need your tongue to be resting. So while you hold your tongue up there, try to breathe through your mouth. You might realize it's not possible. It's really difficult unless you make some sort of weird face. It's really difficult to place your tongue there and continue to breathe through your mouth. So this is another cue for you to remind yourself to not breathe through the mouth. Every time you place your tongue on the palate, you will notice that you only breathe through your nose.